Welcome back to Wrestling Pro News, the home where we break down the stories that shake WWE to its very core. And tonight we are talking about a moment so shocking, so explosive, that fans across the world are still buzzing with disbelief and excitement, because Liv Morgan has returned to WWE in the most dramatic way possible by launching a ferocious, unprovoked attack on Raquel Rodriguez, a woman who has dominated the division with raw power, charisma, and an air of arrogance that made her the perfect target for Liv's return statement. And let me tell you, this wasn't just a comeback. This was a declaration of war that will echo through the women's division for months to come. To understand why this moment felt so seismic, you need to step back and trace Liv's story, because Liv Morgan has always been more than just a wrestler. She has been a symbol of resilience, a fighter who clawed her way from the Riot Squad days into singles glory, capturing hearts with her spunky personality, her charisma, her willingness to put her body on the line, and her underdog spirit that made fans rally behind her. But injuries and setbacks forced her away from the ring, leaving her watching as the division evolved and as stars like Raquel stepped up to claim the spotlight. That absence was not just felt by fans, it was felt by Liv herself, because while she was sidelined, she was rebuilding, pushing through pain, focusing on training, recovery, and mental toughness, preparing for the moment she could rise again, not just as a participant, but as a disruptor, a reminder to the world that she is no longer the fragile underdog. She is a warrior who refuses to be forgotten. Meanwhile, Raquel Rodriguez carved out her role as the powerhouse of WWE, a woman of incredible size, strength, and agility, someone who racked up victories and showcased dominance that left her believing she was untouchable, so much so that she began to boast, taunt, and elevate herself above former champions, her confidence inching closer to arrogance. And with each declaration of dominance, fans wondered, who could bring her down? Who could test her? Who could silence her bold claims? The answer arrived with Liv Morgan's music hitting like a thunderbolt, and the moment that sound filled the arena, the reaction was deafening. Fans erupting in cheers, their anticipation finally rewarded, their energy surging through the building as Liv walked out with that unmistakable fire in her eyes, her body language radiating purpose, and her every step down the ramp sending the clear message that she was back, not to smile, not to wave, but to take back everything she had lost. As she entered the ring, her eyes locked onto Raquel, who stood mid-promo boasting about yet another victory, and for a split second Raquel's confident mask cracked, because she did not expect this. She did not see Liv coming, and in that hesitation Liv struck with a speed and intensity that stunned the entire arena. Punch after punch, strike after strike, Liv unleashed months of frustration, pain, and determination on Raquel, her movements sharp, precise, and calculated, reminding everyone that she hadn't just recovered, she had evolved into something even more dangerous. The crowd exploded with every hit, their voices rising to a fever pitch, because they weren't just seeing a return, they were witnessing a rebirth, and Raquel, caught off guard, scrambled to fight back but found herself overwhelmed, unable to match the sheer pace and fury of Liv's assault. The electricity in that arena was unmatched, the kind of reaction you only get in once-in-a-generation moments, and with every move Liv reminded the fans and the locker room that she was not to be ignored, not to be written off, not to be underestimated ever again. Backstage, the fallout was instant. Superstars and officials were in disbelief, some applauding Liv's courage to confront the so-called untouchable powerhouse, others questioning whether she had just lit a fire that could consume her, but all agreeing that the dynamics of the women's division had changed forever. Social media went nuclear within minutes, with hashtags like #LivIsBack and #Liv vs Raquel shooting to the top of trending charts, fans posting videos of the attack, sharing reactions, praising Liv's fire, debating Raquel's next move, and speculating about whether this was the beginning of a heated rivalry that could define the division. Fans on TikTok broke down the attack frame by frame. Twitter users flooded timelines with memes and commentary, and Instagram lit up with clips of Liv standing tall over a fallen Raquel, her face filled with emotion, her body language screaming triumph. But the bigger question now looms. What comes next? Will Liv and Raquel clash in a brutal singles match that could headline a pay-per-view? Will championships be thrown into the mix, raising the stakes even higher? Will other women in the division pick sides, joining Liv in her fight against arrogance or siding with Raquel to protect the hierarchy she represents? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this so exciting, because WWE thrives on unpredictability, and Liv's return has just injected the women's division with a shot of adrenaline that will carry into every storyline moving forward. Imagine the build-up. Promos filled with venom, backstage confrontations dripping with tension, tag team clashes that escalate the personal animosity, all leading to a climactic battle where the underdog who refuses to quit collides with the dominant powerhouse who refuses to be dethroned, and whichever way it goes, the fans win because this is the kind of rivalry that elevates everyone involved. Liv's journey proves that perseverance pays off, that setbacks are just setups for greater comebacks, and that fighting for your dream, no matter the obstacle, makes you not just a star but an inspiration. As a former champion, she knows what it takes to be on top, and her renewed fire suggests she's ready to climb that mountain again. But Raquel isn't going to roll over. She's going to fight back harder than ever, and that collision course is going to make sparks fly. So fans, we leave you with this. Do you believe Liv Morgan has the tools, the heart, and the drive to dethrone Raquel Rodriguez? Or will Raquel use her power and dominance to remind everyone why she has been unstoppable until now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the debate going. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because here at Wrestling Pro News we are covering every twist, every confrontation, every shocking moment as this rivalry unfolds. And remember, in WWE the only rule is to expect the unexpected. Welcome back to Wrestling Pro News, your one-stop destination for everything explosive, shocking, and unforgettable in the world of WWE. Tonight we're unpacking a jaw-dropping moment that has rattled the entire wrestling landscape: Liv Morgan's shocking return and her violent, calculated ambush on Raquel Rodriguez. This wasn't just a comeback. This was a thunderous statement from one of WWE's most resilient and unpredictable warriors, a moment that sent fans into meltdown and left the locker room buzzing with speculation about what happens next. To truly understand why this return matters so much, we need to step back and trace Liv Morgan's journey, because her story is one of grit, heartbreak, and relentless determination. From her scrappy beginnings as part of the Riot Squad to her climb as a fearless singles competitor, Liv has earned every ounce of love from the